Ladies and gentlemen, this land was indeed promised to me 3,000 years ago because I am the Traveling Clad. Tall, your friend. Get the merch down below in the description at thetravelingclad.com. We got a video sent to me on TikTok, of all places. Do you guys know I was banned on TikTok for a few hours the other day? That actually happened. They silenced me. I've also had a video on Instagram randomly disappear this week. Anybody help me?
Time.
All right, let's see this.
How I stayed with a Palestinian family that were Zionists. All my life, I've been dying to go to Palestine, but my father always told me, I will never take you because it breaks my heart to see what's happening there. So you need to turn 18 and go on your own. I was like, okay, fair enough. So I head to Palestine and I stay with this family in Nazareth. And while I'm staying with them, they're speaking more Hebrew than they're speaking Arabic. They were raised among Israelis. And as we're sitting discussing how I've been dreaming to be in Palestine and visit the West Bank, obviously, my whole life, they start to tell me, you don't want to go there. You can have a great time here. We can take you on a boat. We can be at the sea. You don't want to be around those kinds of people. You know what's happening to them? It's a shame, but they're the ones causing it. They're doing it to themselves. And I'm sitting there in fucking shock. You're Palestinian. You're Palestinian.
That doesn't mean anything.
How dare you speak about us and speak about Palestinians this way? You brainwashed Zionists. Next day, I wake up. I find someone to take me to Jerusalem. And I go to Jerusalem for a couple of days and I literally have the time of my life. I'm speaking to everyone. Of course, Arab hospitality, the kindness within Palestinian hearts, they want to take care of you. And they see me traveling alone as a young girl. And all they did was take care of me, having dinners with families, talking to as many people as possible. I did a lot of research as well, and I was learning a lot about how some people grew up and the life that they experienced in Palestine. Something I was afraid of, I think I was speaking to someone before the trip and they were telling me like, you know, you grew up in Jordan, not in Palestine, so you shouldn't say you're Palestinian to the Palestinians. So I didn't know how to feel about it, and I would approach them and say, I'm from Jordan, but my family is Palestinian. And they would tell me, how dare you say this? You are Palestinian, whether you're living here or you're not. If your family is Palestinian, you're Palestinian. What's your family name? Telling them, Nazal. They're telling me, is this person related to you? Yes, they are. Oh, I know this person from your family. And we'd have this beautiful conversation, and almost everyone I spoke to knew someone who was connected to me somehow. So while I'm speaking to them, at the end of the conversation, they would tell me, well, since you're here, welcome home. And the way it would fucking hit my heart, I would leave the interactions tearing up. So anyways, I go around all of Palestine. I'm meeting different families. I'm eating with them. They're telling me stories. They're taking me around their cities. So I go from city to city to city. And by the end of the trip, it's so fruitful. I have so much content and imagery that I've saved. Since I'm a fashion designer, all I care about is doing real physical research and speaking to people and being inspired by people. And that's exactly what it did for me. So, end of my trip, I'm in the middle of the Balad in Nablus, or like the downtown Nablus. And what happens? I'm eating the best knafe, the most famous knafe in Nablus, in the middle of summer. And all of a sudden, fucking COVID hits me. And immediately, I get COVID in the middle of Nablus. Head pounding, sun is so intense, eating the most delicious knafe of my life. And still, I got COVID and it sucked. But I had the best trip, and till now I keep thinking of making plans to go back. I also bought a shit ton of Palestinian jewelry, and it did inspire a collection that actually made me where I am today and helped me launch my brand and my career, not on purpose, by accident, but that's a different story time.
Nazal Studio. Palestinian fashion designer. Okay, a few observations. Okay, let's just make a few quick... No hate towards this woman, yeah?
Story time.
No hate. I'm not trying to hate on her.
We
I
can
want to make a quick observation. Okay? I'm just saying. If you want to make a claim that somebody maybe got a little bit of European in their blood, I'm just saying. You know? How do they do it? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Oh, God. Everything's flying. I'm just saying, you know, for being a white colonizer, I'm looking awfully brown compared to Habibti over here. And I did my ancestry. It's legal in Israel. I did my ancestry.com. I'm not from India. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just. What I'm saying is just. Now, I want to hark on. I'm happy she had a great time in Palestine. She keeps referring to Israel as Palestine, like Nazareth and stuff. I concede that Arabized people, because she's not an Arab, that Arabized people can continue to act as retarded as they please and refer to a sovereign country as a different country. By all means, do it. I don't care. It's a little odd, but whatever. She flew into Ben Gurion and then she went to Nazareth and she called it Palestine. That's fine. But I want to hark on to that point right now. She called them Zionists, backstabbers. No, they're just Arabs. And if you don't know, specifically the Arabs in Nazareth, they live in this weird conundrum. And let me give a bunch of nuance to this conversation. And I really hope that she's seeing it. If her name is Nazal, I hope you see this video. Maybe I can explain to you something about your own people that maybe you don't know. You guys hate each other. I don't know if you know this, but you guys fucking hate each other. You do not recognize each other as Palestinians. In the same way that your family, my love, your family who is probably lighter skinned would see an Afro-Palestinian in Jericho or an Afro-Bedouin in Rahat or an Afro-Gazan in Gaza in the neighborhood Alabid, because that's how you guys refer to black people as slaves. You guys would not consider them Palestinian even though they live and die as Palestinians. And that's the core issue, that the ones in Al-Nusra, the Arabs in Al-Nusra, the Palestinians if you may, they hate the Arabs in Jaffa and they hate the Arabs in Al-Quds in Jerusalem. None of these groups like each other, and even in Nazareth, the Muslims and the Christians are engaged in daily gun battles against each other because the Muslims have created a dhimmi-like situation there, where if you have to pay your tax to the Muslim mafia in Nazareth or you're fucked. You guys don't like each other. That's why there are some Arabs in Nazareth who just prefer to be under Israel, because they say, well, fuck it. And you know what? The critics of Israel like to say that it's policing. The proper policing doesn't take place. Who the fuck is going to police you guys when you guys are murdering each other all the time? If you police it, you get claimed that you're doing apartheid. If you don't police it, you get claimed that you're just emboldening crime. How about fix your goddamn culture and stop hating each other? Maybe a suggestion. And I'll give you even more nuance, because I studied this topic heavily, and if you haven't seen my episode going into Nazareth, I've actually sort of exposed this stuff outright. Nazareth is an interesting situation. It was Nazareth in 1948 when the Nakba happened, or just the independence of Israel, when the Arabs decided to fucking kill Jews, and then they failed at it because they suck at fucking everything they do, including warfare, for the most part. Not the Arabs in the Gulf. Those are the real Arabs. They actually succeed in a lot of things because they're pretty dope people. The Arabs here, they decided to attack Israel. The mayor of Nazareth, because it was a Christian holy city at the time, and it was a predominantly Christian, he said, you know what, we are not going to attack Israel. We are going to join forces with Israel. And so that's how Nazareth became part of Israel at the time. The mayor of Nazareth actually declared that they surrender to Israel, they'll accept Israeli rule, and in return, all the Nazarene Christians, they received they received Israeli citizenship. They lived under the state of Israel. It was like, we forfeit. We're not going to fight. We're going to join the state of Israel. But what happened in that moment? All the Muslim villages that were attacking Israel and the surrounding, they had gotten their ass kicked so badly that many of them fled into Nazareth and overwhelmed the Nazareth Christian community with a Muslim Christian community. And what is happening today, 77 years later? It is not that the Christians in Nazareth are being oppressed by the Jews, God forbid. It is that the Christians in Nazareth are leaving Nazareth in mass because of Muslim overtaking Nazareth. When you go to Nazareth today, as a Christian, if you visit Israel, if you go to Bethlehem, you do not see, unfortunately, an overwhelmingly Christian community there. You see an overwhelmingly Muslim. The shopkeepers, the stores, The everything has basically become Muslim. There's more mosques than there are churches. And most of the Christians, maybe some of them have some shops in the old city and they still deal in Nazareth, but most of them have left to live where? Not abroad, but in Nofa Galil, which is the settlement right above, or not settlement, is a city right above Nazareth. It used to be called Nazaret Elite or Natzrat Elite or Nazareth Elite. Now it's called Nofa Galil, the view of the Galil. And that's where most of the Christians are moving to. They're going to move to live with the Jews. For all the claims that Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are, the Jews are oppressing the Christians. No, the Christians are leaving the Palestinian Muslims to go live amongst the Jews because they like living amongst the Jews. It's better than living in Sharia law, which is what's happening in Nazareth. Now, I am, God forbid, not making the claim that we need to reclaim Nazareth and expel the Muslims from there. But for Christ's sake, Palestinians, if you're going to have a fucking story, have a goddamn story. Don't let some dumbass like me, I'm just a fucking YouTuber, don't let me expose it so easily. It's so easy. If you dig into Palestine for more than 3 seconds, you've got to ask, why the fuck are they killing themselves every night? Why is it in Yafo, Tel Aviv, every night, Muslim and Christian Arabs shooting each other up? Why? If they're so united as a people, why is there a fucking neighborhood called the Slave Neighborhood? Why are the Domari Palestinians in Jerusalem completely oppressed by the Arabs? What the fuck is a Palestinian, brother? I'm still trying to find out. Why are the Druze hated by all of you even though they're Arabs from this region? They're Palestinian. Why do you guys fucking hate them so much? Why do you let them live as dhimmi? Someone explain to me. What the fucking shit is a Palestinian? What is it? I'm still trying to figure out. And do that as you explain to me why you guys stole this from the Iraqis. This has nothing to do with Palestine, this kafia. Kafia comes from the word Kufa, which is a city in Iraq. That is where this was made. I arrest my case to you. I blew the whole fucking thing wide, ladies and gentlemen. The whole thing's been blown open wide. I don't know what to tell you. This is the truth. If you deny it, you're a stinking liar. That's what it is. That's the truth. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Klats. Has this ever happened to you?
Hey, are you a Zionist?
What is this hesitation? You think Judah the Maccabee was hesitating when he's fighting for Israel?
Here, take this.
Do you think Queen Esther hesitated before stopping Haman from ending the Jews of Persia?
Well,
Hey, Habibi, you think Herzl thought he was a white colonizer as he Zionized the Jews of Europa? Listen, kid. I don't care if you're a Muslim, a Jew, or a Christian. You're a Zionist, right?
yeah.
Well, a good Zionist goes to thetravelingclad.com and buys some provocative merchandise.
They do?
Absolutely, a pinch of I have some incredible designs for you, Yeled. They say everything promised to you 3,000 years ago. Here, take a shirt with a matching hat. For you, good price. They say they kick you from 109 countries. Here, join the 109 club. Take shirt and matching hat. For you, good price. Habibi, you want to Zionize? Here, take shirt, matching hat. You like Kuba Select shel Safta? Here, take shirt, matching hat. Take sticker, take hoodie. Take, good price, good price, good price, good price,
Yossi, achi, he understand you, stop!
A good Zionist goes to thetravelingclad.com and buys merch. Yalla, Habibi, for you, good price. If you don't want to buy any merchandise, the best way to support me is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you.